Hey there. So this is about how to infuse your life energy, your thoughts, your creativity into something. If you've been holding on to something, it's even more important that you listen because this is how the alchemical process works. This is how we express ourselves and let go of the things that we need to let go of. So in this process, we're drawing on the thousands of generations that have come before us to create the culture that we see today. And obviously there are thousands of cultures around the world. So drawing on whatever culture you're a part of or your lineage is a part of is really important to understanding art and self-expression, and that there's this element of magic to that oftentimes we, if you've ever, I mean, this is something, say, if you go to an art gallery, this is a simple one where maybe you're just like, why are these people looking at these paintings that maybe make no sense, or they're just like paint, like just whatever. You know how art shows are. And for, just looking at a painting, like you could see a lot or you could see not a lot. And the whole idea is that if you've made art, maybe you have a deeper understanding of what it's like when you make a drawing or a painting, and it almost feels like a part of yourself has been like infused into this thing outside of yourself. And we're doing this all the time. I mean, the most obvious thing we're doing it with is our phones, our screens, and we're infusing like our ideas, our thoughts, our energy, our attention into these things. And this is obviously at a very basic level why the attention economy is a thing at all, is because there is so much value and so much magic to this experience of the digital communication universe. And at the same time, it's like we, however we choose to express ourselves, we can create what I call conscious artifacts. Things, whether it's a garden or a painting or even just a way of life. It doesn't have to be a physical product, so to speak, but if we have something that we need to express, it's beautiful when we create it, whether it's actually beautiful, so to speak, and that it's more just about the act of creation, and the act of expression is a beautiful thing. And the art itself doesn't have to be good by anyone's standards, of course. If you also want to make good art, then that's another process that is, a natural flow of just your self-expression and your desire to make it so-called good. It's all a subjective thing in many ways. Like it's about your relationship to yourself, and that when you're focusing on what that means to you, it's growing that love, it's growing that connection, it's growing that like, oh, that just that feeling when you're just like, that something has worked and that you've created something. And that when someone actually appreciates it, that's amazing. And it's kind of like the difference between making art for art's sake and making art, say, as an artist. What I'm more talking about right now is just the creative process. And that a lot of the time, artists that try to get popular may get popular and then have to change their thing so they can actually do what they want to do, so to speak. But a lot of people that are very successful just focus on doing the thing and expressing the thing as they see it needs to be expressed. And just, it's this act of simplicity and this act of bringing the thing into the world. It needs to be brought into the world, as simple as that. So when we reflect on this process, it can be scary because it's like this deeply personal process that's also has the potential to be a public thing. So this is just the reminder to relax into your creative flow and to dance with life. Enjoy the process, really. Like, it makes a big difference when you are in tune with yourself to the point of not like ignoring the negative things, say like pain or grief, anything like that also is a beautiful part of the process, and that like all of the emotions that we experience open up open us up to the depth of ourselves and the ability for us to feel the whole range of our emotions and to express the whole range of our creativity. And this is something that takes time to really hone and craft and work on, and it's a lot of it's just about letting go of fear and getting out of your own way so that you can just do the thing that you need to do. And a lot of the time, with a lot of creative processes at least, it's just about putting yourself in the environment to create, where you have the basic resources you need, whether that's a journal or a guitar or whatever, in terms of that like process of creative self-expression. And that this is something that we can all tap into on a daily basis, and that creating these conscious artifacts where we infuse our energy into the world around us in a conscious way, because we know that we're infusing our energy into everything anyways, no matter what, and that everything takes on an energetic signature as we interact with it. So we're infusing our energy into things whether we know it or whether we like it or not. And so the whole process of being in this state of, I'm going to actually create something that is an expression of myself, is a it's a creative act that we are participating in, so that we can let go of all of the things that we don't need anymore, and whether they're good or not, like whether it's just being able to put things into words, or put things into a picture, or even just a sound, or whatever it is, that this process is magic. Like, we're literally creating magical items, and that people are aware that, like, I don't know, I had someone the other day talking about this whole process of, they created something years ago and then they went back to it, and as soon as they touched it, all of the memories came flooding back to them, and that, like, they remembered the exact feeling and the state they were in when they created it. So if nothing else, just create memories, and to remind yourself of who you are and who you want to be in the world that you want to live in. So that's all for now. Thank you for watching.